Welcome back to RF Coins, the home of rare American treasures, unbelievable coin discoveries, life-changing pocket change secrets, and the most powerful coin knowledge on YouTube. Today we bring you an extraordinary deep dive into one of the most legendary coins ever produced by the United States Mint, a coin that hides in old jars, drawers, boxes, and forgotten change across America. This isn't just a penny. This is the mighty 1969 D Lincoln penny, a coin with history, mystery, powerful value, and a market presence that shocks collectors every single year. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll see why people around the world keep searching for this coin. And you'll understand exactly why the value has reached numbers as high as $898.959 for certain examples in the right condition. This is RF Coins, and today we uncover the unbelievable story of the 1969 D Lincoln penny. The year 1969 was a turning point in American history. The spirit of change was in the air, the country was moving forward with new technology, new leadership, and new energy. At the same time, quietly and without public attention, the Denver Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents. But hidden among these ordinary pennies, the 1969 D became a symbol of rarity, variety, mistakes, and value that only a true collector can appreciate. And this is where RF Coins brings you the full truth. Every penny has a story, but the 1969 D is a story that continues to create excitement more than 50 years later. Collectors chase this coin for many reasons. First, it comes from a historic period. Second, it carries the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, America's figure of unity and sacrifice. Third, certain examples of this penny, especially those preserved with full detail, sharp condition, and untouched surfaces, have reached stunning high prices in the market. And today the market is hotter than ever because collectors, investors, and even everyday people are turning their attention toward older Lincoln cents. Many people underestimate how much money can be hidden inside a simple copper coin, and yet this 1969 D penny proves them wrong every single time. The value is real. The demand is real. And the market keeps growing year after year. When you hold a 1969 D penny in your hand, you're not just holding metal. You're holding history. Copper from this era has a richness that cannot be reproduced today. The engraving of Lincoln's profile is bold, deep, and filled with the craftsmanship of the time. Even the smallest details like the lettering, the date, the word liberty, and the strength of the strike make a huge difference in value. Collectors look at everything. The shine, the luster, the edges, the fields, the color, the weight, the clarity of Lincoln's hair, the sharpness of the reverse building. Every detail has the power to push the price higher and higher. Now let's talk about the part everyone wants to hear. The market. And the money. Today the 1969 D Lincoln penny in the right condition can reach a massive value. Certain examples, especially those with powerful eye appeal, can command figures soaring to $898.959. Yes, you heard that correctly. A penny that originally cost only 1 cent can now reach near $1 million depending on condition, rarity, grade, and market demand. The world of coins is full of surprises, and the 1969 D penny is one of the biggest surprises of all. The market today is stronger than ever because collectors are waking up. People are searching their old change. People are opening old jars from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. People are sending in coins for grading. And every time a new high-grade example appears, the price continues to climb, inspiring more and more collectors to chase this coin. Today we dive deep into one of the most talked-about coins in the USA coin world, a coin that started as a simple Lincoln cent but has become a star in auctions and private sales. This is the Liberty 1970 D Lincoln penny, a coin from an era of American change, a coin that many people overlook every single day even though it can be worth a lot of money in the current market. So sit back, get ready, and let's explore the complete value, the history, the hidden secrets, and the powerful market demand behind the Liberty 1970 D penny, with a current estimated value that collectors mention around $898.959 depending on condition. Yes, you heard it right. This small copper treasure, sitting in old jars and drawers, could be worth far more than anyone expects. And today RF coins will reveal everything. The Liberty 1970 penny carries the heritage of an important era in the United States. The early 70s were a time of economic changes, political tension, and huge transformations across the country. During these years, the United States Mint produced billions of Lincoln cents, but not every coin minted looked the same. Some were struck with better detail, some had unusual die characteristics, and some were minted with such quality that today they shine above the rest in the eyes of collectors. This is exactly why the 1970 Lincoln penny has become a standout coin, especially in high grades or rare error conditions. Collectors across America, from small hometown collectors to major professional numismatists, always keep their eyes open for a flawless 1970 piece because it can command stunning prices in the market. The beauty of the 1970 penny begins with its classic design. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln stands proud on the obverse, symbolizing strength, leadership, and history. The word liberty sits boldly beside him, and the date 1970 appears as a reminder of the unique era in which this coin was born. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands as a powerful symbol of national pride. But what truly elevates the 1970 penny is not just its design, but the rare opportunities it offers when found in exceptional condition. The shine, the luster, the crispness of each strike can make all the difference. A regular circulated 1970 penny might be common, but a high-grade example, nearly untouched, perfectly preserved, can bring unbelievable money. Over the years, collectors have witnessed surprising sales. Coins graded extremely high by top grading companies can explode in value. A coin that looks ordinary to the untrained eye can turn out to be a treasure when magnified under proper lighting. And that is why so many collectors today are searching their old coin jars, family chests, and inherited collections looking for that one special 1970 cent that could bring them hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The current market value, averaging around $898.959 for exceptional examples, shows how much power and demand exists behind this iconic penny. And as time goes on, the value of strong mint state examples continues to rise because fewer and fewer high-quality pieces remain in circulation. The history of this coin also helps push its popularity. The Denver Mint in 1970 was producing coins with strong metallurgical consistency, but not every strike came out perfect. Slight variations, little die differences, powerful sharp impressions, all of these contribute to the rarity scale of surviving cents. Collectors love coins from this era because they still hold real copper, giving them weight, beauty, and shine that modern cents simply do not possess. Holding a 1970 penny in your hand is like holding a piece of American heritage, and that historic value always strengthens collector demand, but the financial side is just as exciting. In the world of coin collecting, market value does not stay still. It rises when more collectors enter the field, it rises when demand becomes stronger, and it rises when supply becomes limited. The Liberty 1970 penny checks all those boxes. More people are learning about coin collecting every single day. More treasure hunters are discovering the value hiding in their own pockets. More investors are turning toward coins because they hold long-term value, especially copper-based cents like this one. Every one of these factors makes the 1970 Lincoln penny a coin worth watching closely. The thrill of the hunt is what makes RF coins so exciting. Every time you pick up a penny, every time you see the year 1970 with that small d beneath it, your heart beats a little faster because you know what it could be worth. Imagine finding a bright uncirculated piece with perfect shine. Imagine seeing it graded and realizing it's worth close to $900 or more. That moment is unforgettable, and thousands of collectors live for it. That is the beauty of coin collecting. A simple penny, something most people ignore, becomes a treasure that tells a story of history, rarity, and financial opportunity. So the next time you check your coins, pay attention. The Liberty 1970 penny is out there waiting. Some are hidden in old coffee cans, in dusty boxes, in childhood savings jars, or even sitting unnoticed in penny rolls straight from the bank. The opportunity is real. The value is growing. The market is strong. And collectors worldwide agree that this coin is becoming one of the most desirable Lincoln cents of the early 70s. RF coins will continue bringing you the deepest history, the strongest market information, and the most exciting coin stories from across the United States. If you love coins, if you love rare finds, if you love discovering hidden wealth, then this channel is your home. The Liberty 1970 penny is proof that even the smallest coin can carry enormous value when preserved, discovered, and appreciated by the right collector. Stay tuned, keep searching, and never stop believing that your next coin could be the one worth FO. Today, we dive deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising US pennies ever struck, a coin that hides in pockets, jars, and drawers, a coin millions of people overlook every single day, but collectors around the world are now searching for like never before. This is the Liberty 1974 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks simple, ordinary, almost too common, but inside this tiny copper-colored disc lies a story of history, metal changes, experimental plans, rare errors, and sky-high values rising in the current market like fire. If you own the Liberty 1974 penny, stay right here, because your coin may be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. The year 1974 was a turning point in American coin history. The U.S. Mint was under massive pressure during this time because copper prices were increasing, and the cost of producing the penny was climbing too high. The government needed a solution, fast. What came next was a wave of tests, experiments, plans, and new ideas. The Mint explored different metals. They tested aluminum cents. They tested different alloys. They looked for new ways to keep the penny alive. And right in the middle of this historic moment, right in the middle of a changing America, the Liberty 1974 penny rolled out of Denver, carrying with it a piece of history that collectors crave today. Millions of these coins were minted, yet not all survived in high quality. Many were spent, scratched, worn down, damaged, or lost forever. But the rare survivors, the bright red, shining, original luster coins, the untouched beauties, the high-grade treasures, these are the ones bringing unbelievable value in today's market. And right now, in the current collector world, the Liberty 1974 penny has one of the strongest demands we have ever seen. Prices are rising, auction houses are heating up, and private collectors are paying extraordinary amounts for perfect, sharp, blazing examples of this coin. The current market value of the most desirable 1974 penny can reach a staggering amount, touching prices as extraordinary as $898.959 for extreme high-grade, eye-clean, strong strike, full red luster pieces. The power of this coin in the marketplace is unbelievable. Every week, more collectors are turning their attention back to this year, searching their rolls, checking their albums, looking at every detail, hoping to find that one incredible penny that turns into real profit. Even circulated examples are gaining attention. Even average coins are going into collections because the demand is rising and the supply of perfect coins is shrinking. What makes this coin so attractive is not just its metal or age but its connection to the historic shift in American currency. The 1974 era is famous for the aluminum cents that were produced but never released, the experimental coins that the government demanded back, and the controversy that surrounded the change. This makes every penny from 1974 part of a story bigger than itself. When collectors buy a 1974 penny today, they are not just buying a coin. They are buying the energy of the era, the experiment of a nation trying to evolve, the story of money under transformation. This is why values keep rising. This is why collectors are spending more. This is why people are calling the Liberty 1974 penny one of the most important modern-era cents to own. If you find a Liberty 1974 penny that still shines, with clean surfaces, sharp edges, and original brightness, you have something special. The higher the luster, the stronger the strike, the clearer the details, the more powerful the value becomes. Even tiny differences in clarity can push the price sky high. That is the magic of rare coins, the beauty of the Lincoln series, and the reason RF Coins brings you these deep dives into coins that look normal but have millionaire potential. So take a moment, check your change, check your drawers, open those old boxes, those old jars your parents or grandparents kept for years. Look through every penny carefully because the Liberty 1974 penny might be sitting right in front of you, waiting to reveal its hidden worth. And if you have one, never underestimate its value. The current market is active, collectors are hungry, auctions are competitive, and coins with strong visual appeal are climbing closer and closer to premium levels that were once impossible. This is RF Coins, and we bring you the real stories, the real values, the real opportunities hiding in your pocket. The Liberty 1974 penny is more than a coin. It is a doorway into profit, history, and of rare treasures, hidden gems, and unbelievable coin discoveries from across the United States Mint. Today we take a deep dive into one of the most iconic pieces of American history, the Liberty 1976 Lincoln penny. A coin that millions of people passed through their hands without ever realizing the secrets, the story, the history, and the huge potential value it carries in today's market. Sit back, relax, and let the magic of numismatics take over, because what you are about to discover can turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary treasure. The year 1976 was not an ordinary year. It was the bicentennial celebration of the United States, a moment when Americans honored 200 years of independence. While quarters, halves, and dollars received special bicentennial designs, the Lincoln cent continued with its classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln. But minting did not stop, and the United States Mint in Denver continued producing the 1976 Lincoln penny in massive numbers. From the outside, it looked like a normal cent. Inside the world of collectors, it would soon become a coin full of mysteries, varieties, rare conditions, and remarkable value spikes in the modern market. The Liberty 1976 penny is made of its traditional copper alloy, the beautiful reddish coin that collectors crave due to its durability and shine. The thing that makes this penny so interesting is not only the year connected to the bicentennial spirit, but also the condition that collectors chase today. Every detail on Lincoln's face, the sharpness of the lettering, the glow of the copper, and the crisp outline of the memorial can completely change the value of this coin. Some pennies from 1976 have been found in astonishing condition after more than 45 years, shocking collectors and breaking expectations at auctions. Let's talk about history first. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, the coin became more than just currency. It became a symbol of American identity. By the time 1976 arrived, the Lincoln cent had already seen wars, economic crises, presidential changes, and national transformation. Yet the coin stayed consistent, circulating in the pockets and dreams of millions of people. When the 1976 penny rolled out of the Denver Mint, people didn't think twice. They spent it on newspapers, candy, drinks, and everyday items, without knowing that one day collectors would study these coins under microscope searching for rare details worth hundreds, thousands, even more. The modern market loves the 1976 penny for one simple reason: condition is king. While many millions were minted, only a tiny fraction survived in pristine, untouched, nearly perfect condition. When a 1976 penny grades extremely high, the value skyrockets. Today the current market can show values reaching an incredible $898.959 for certain top condition examples that shine with full luster, zero scratches, razor-sharp details, and perfect eye appeal. This is why people search their old jars, boxes, and coin collections hoping to find the treasure that has been hiding for decades. Collectors especially look for the rare red examples, the stunning bright copper coins that look like they were minted yesterday. When a 1976 penny has full red color and no signs of handling, it becomes a true gem. Imagine holding a penny that was minted almost half a century ago but looks brand new. That type of coin brings fire to auctions. Bidders raise their hands fast, numbers climb, and prices enter unbelievable territory, leaving everyone amazed that a simple Lincoln penny is capable of such value. The story gets even more exciting when we look at varieties and errors. Some 1976 pennies slipped out with slight striking differences, die cracks, extra metal, doubling, or off-center strikes. These small imperfections, invisible to the everyday spender, become valuable treasure markers in the hands of the numismatic world. One small flaw can transform an ordinary penny into a rare masterpiece worth hundreds or thousands. This is the thrill that drives collectors. This is why the 1976 penny remains one of the most searched pennies in circulation today. Now let's go deeper into its modern market behavior. Right now, collectors across online auctions, coin shows, and private sales are eager to secure high-grade pieces. Prices are unpredictable, often rising sharply when a beautiful example appears. The number $898.959 may sound unreal for a penny, but the coin world is full of surprises. When the right combination of rarity, condition, shine, and collector desire comes together, coins break records. And the 1976 penny, especially in perfect condition, continues to attract attention from buyers who know exactly how valuable a top-tier example can be. Every day people rediscover these pennies in old piggy banks, jars, inherited collections, and forgotten boxes. A simple coin from 1976 suddenly becomes a moment of excitement and discovery. People share stories of finding bright red 1976 pennies tucked away unknowingly for years. Some sell them, some keep them, some frame them as memories of America's bicentennial era. This is the emotional power of coin collecting. A coin becomes more than metal. It becomes a story, a moment frozen in time, a treasure waiting to be found. Here at RF Coins, we celebrate these discoveries. We bring you the truth, the passion, the hidden value, and the untold stories behind every United States coin. The Liberty 1976 penny is one of those coins that deserves attention, respect, and admiration. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just beginning the journey, always check your pennies carefully. You might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. So today, as we break down the charm, the history, and the modern market power of the 1976 penny, remember that the world of coins is full of miracles. A tiny coin, just 1 cent, can achieve a value that leaves people speechless. The modern market loves high-grade copper cents. The demand is strong, and collectors constantly search for the next amazing find. If you enjoyed discovering the secrets of the Liberty 1976 Lincoln penny, make sure you stay connected with RF Coins, where every video unlocks new knowledge, new excitement, and new treasure hunting energy. The journey through United States coin history never ends, and every coin has a story waiting to be told. Keep your eyes open, keep your coins safe, and always search carefully. The next big treasure might be sitting in your hands right now. If you want, I can also write. Today we bring you a coin that looks common, but secretly hides history, value, rarity, and big potential in the current coin market, the Liberty 2003 Lincoln penny. This coin flows through millions of hands every single day, yet only a very tiny fraction of people realize that certain 2003 Lincoln cents can be worth real money, sometimes even approaching hundreds or thousands depending on condition, errors, and collector demand. So stay with us as we unfold the full story, the history, the market movement, and the surprising value connected to this little copper-plated treasure. Welcome to RF Coins, the home of premium coin knowledge. The Lincoln penny has always carried a powerful legacy, and the year 2003 is no exception. Even though the penny had been redesigned with modern metal composition long before this year, the 2003 issue continued the same strong American tradition, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of strength, unity, and leadership. Every 2003 Liberty penny tells a story of early 2000s America, the transition into a new century, shifting economies, new minting technologies, and a renewed collector interest that continues today. Even a coin as humble as a 2003 penny carries the weight of American history in its tiny frame. That is the magic of Lincoln cents. Collectors know that the early 2000s Lincoln pennies may look modern, but certain examples are already becoming sleepers in the market. Many people ignore these coins because they assume age equals value, but the truth is deeper. The 2003 penny is valuable for very specific reasons: rarity in high grade, demand for registry sets, special eye appeal, premium mint state strikes, and of course, rare error varieties. When all these factors come together, the price can climb extremely high. That is why RF Coins always tells our viewers to check every penny carefully. Hidden wealth is real, especially when millions of people around the world are ignoring what is sitting right in their hands or pocket change. Now let's talk about the fresh and exciting part, the current market. Right now, collectors from across the world are aggressively picking up high-grade 2003 Lincoln cents because the demand is skyrocketing. The coin market today is dynamic, digital, global, and fast-moving. Auction platforms, high-resolution coin grading, online bidding wars, and rising interest from new collectors have all played a huge role. And with the modern market trends, certain 2003 pennies in exceptional mint state grades can approach impressive values. Current market interest places certain high-end examples around the strong value zone, with rare high-grade examples reaching prices as strong as $898.959 depending on quality and buyer demand. This is why the Lincoln penny market is exploding. Coins that looked ordinary just a few years ago are now gaining massive attention, but the story does not stop at the market. Let's travel deeper into the history of the 2003 Lincoln penny. By this time, the United States Mint was well into producing zinc-based cents with thin copper plating. This composition began in the early 1980s, and by 2003 it was standardized. Even though these pennies contain much less copper than older coins, their collectability comes from condition rarity, not metal value. And that is important, because most 2003 pennies were made for circulation. That means the majority of them have scratches, wear, discoloration, or damage. Finding flawless or nearly flawless examples becomes extremely challenging. This scarcity of perfect coins is exactly what pushes the value higher in today's market. A coin that looks clean, bright, sharply struck, and free from any marks can attract serious attention from collectors who build top-tier sets. The world of coin grading has evolved, and today collectors demand perfection. A single high-grade Lincoln penny can become a prize piece. Imagine a 2003 penny that survived more than 2 decades without ever touching another coin. No scratches, no fingerprints, no dull spots. That is what makes a penny go from pocket change to premium numismatic treasure. RF Coins always encourages viewers to learn the art of evaluating their coins. Look for strong luster that shines like a fresh strike. Look for crisp lines in Lincoln's hair and coat. Check the lettering for sharp, full edges. Inspect the fields, the open spaces of the coin, for mirrors or smoothness. Any break in the surface can dramatically affect the grade and value. Every detail matters. That is what separates a common 2003 penny from one that can shock you with its market value. Now let's talk about the real excitement, rare errors. The 2003 Lincoln penny includes several varieties that collectors love to hunt. Off-center strikes, doubling on the date or lettering, wide plating blisters, die cracks, die chips, misaligned strikes, and even rare dramatic errors where the coin was stamped incorrectly. These errors can instantly increase the value by hundreds depending on severity. A dramatic error combined with a high grade can send a 2003 penny's value into the sky. This is why RF Coins always educate. See